Zimbabwe's Transport Minister Joe Biggie Matiza has succumbed to COVID-19 related complications this evening, becoming one of the top government officials to be claimed by the pandemic. The minister died at a private hospital, and he follows the demise of Foreign Affairs Minister Sibusiso Moyo, who died this Wednesday. Well, our reporter Xolisani Ncube now joins us live from Zimbabwe for more on this story. A very good evening to you, Xolisani. Just talk to us about this latest devastating news that has befallen the country.
Well, good evening rather to our viewers, and good evening, Cleo. We have just received the news that Joe Biggie Matiza passed on this evening after being admitted in hospital last week, where after he fell ill to COVID-related illness. He has been there among other ministers. Some of them have recovered, but others are still there. The government of Zimbabwe has seen the COVID-19 death toll rising so rapidly in the past weeks.
And just talk to us about some of those ministers who are still expected to recover from COVID-19. Do you have any updates on whether or not indeed they are responding to the medication that they're on, or if perhaps their situations are worsening?
Well, we have been told by the government that the Minister of Justice, Ziambi, was showing signs of improving, whilst the other vice presidents seem to have improved, and also they were doing their business at home. They are now at home, but in terms of many top government officials are in hospitals at the moment because some of them came in contact with people who tested positive to COVID-19, and in exposing themselves to the pandemic.
Well, can you talk to us a bit more about Zimbabwe's general response then to the pandemic? You just mentioned recently that some of the members of the government actually have started working from home. Was this decision perhaps taken a bit too late, in your opinion?
Well, it seems as if it was taken a bit too late, because only this week government announced that it will only allow 10% of its staff to go to work or to report for duty, and 90% to work from home. All along, they said at least 30% of the staff were allowed to come to work. But it seems as if the pandemic has hit so hard that they are now saying, let people work from their homes. But it's rather too late, and the pandemic has hit home and putting faces to the statistics in terms of, that more are dying than we would have expected, and the health system has seemed to have been overwhelmed, be it public and private as well.
And how soon do you think Mr. Matiza will have to be laid to rest, especially considering that he did succumb of COVID-19 complications?
Well, we're not so sure. First and foremost, there has to be a decision as to what kind of honor and burial you'll be accorded. In Zimbabwe, we've got the heroes burial. Being a minister, as well as a member of ZANU-PF, as well as who participated in the armed struggle, he could be accorded a status, and that would take some days, maybe 2, 3, 4 days. As you might be aware that the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Moyo, is yet to be buried. We understand that he might be buried this weekend. So it might take up to Monday before he's laid to rest.
Well, thank you very much for that update. Let's leave it there. Our reporter Xolisani Ncube coming to us live from Zimbabwe, just confirming the news that Zimbabwe's Transport Minister Joe Biggie Matiza has succumbed to COVID-19 complications. More information is still to be provided by the government on what category of official funeral ceremony he will be awarded.